Hi, my dear students in grade 7. Hope you are all doing well. Today I will continue the review session I started last week. And this review session is going to talk about the addition and subtraction of decimal numbers. Also the second lesson, which was multiplication and division of signed numbers. Please concentrate and hope you enjoy. The fifth objective in our lesson is to learn what are the rules of order of operations and how can we perform calculation on a numerical expression using these rules, which are known with the PEMDAS. If we have a numerical expression with many operations in it, we cannot calculate the answer directly. We should apply the rules of order of operation, which is the PEMDAS. What do we mean by the PEMDAS? If you still remember from grade 6, P goes for parentheses, E exponent, M multiplication, D division, A addition, and S is the subtraction. For example, if we have the numerical expression, which is plus 5 plus negative 6 plus positive 10 plus negative 7 plus negative 5 plus positive 11. Here, because all the operations we have are addition and subtraction, they are mainly addition. So in addition, we always start from left. So we start with the first two from left, the plus 5 and the minus 6. Their answer is one is positive or the other is negative, then it's like the greatest and we subtract, so it is negative 1. Now we copy all the others. Now we have negative 1 plus positive 10. 1 is negative, 1 is positive, the greatest is positive, and we subtract, so it is plus 9. And we copy all the others. So if we start from left, we have positive 9 plus negative 7 like the greatest, and we subtract, so it is positive 2. Now also we start from left, positive 2 plus negative 5 like the greatest, and we subtract, so it is negative 3 plus positive 11, it's like the greatest, and we subtract, so it is positive 8. Now we will start with our second chapter, which is multiplication and division of decimal numbers. We have to recognize and apply the rules of multiplication of two integers. To multiply two integers, we should follow the steps that are: first we multiply the sign by the sign, then we multiply the number by the number. When multiplying integers, if we are multiplying signs, a positive sign plus times a positive sign gives us a positive answer. Also, a negative times a negative gives us a positive. If you can see, if we are multiplying same signs, always my answer is positive. When we are multiplying different signs, for example, a positive times negative or a negative times a positive, always my answer is negative. So here we are multiplying different signs. As an example, suppose I gave you positive 3 times positive 5. I should say positive times positive is positive, and 3 times 5 is 15. Negative 7 times negative 3, for example, in this, negative times negative is positive. We can write it, or we can write the answer without a positive sign. And 7 times 3 is 21. Negative 4 times 1 is equal to negative 4. Why? Because a negative times a positive is negative, and 4 times 1 is 4. How can we apply the rules of division of integers? Also, if we are dividing two integers or two signed numbers, we should follow steps. First, we divide the sign by the sign, then the number by the number. Also, when dividing signs, it's similar to multiplication. A positive sign divided by a positive sign gives us positive. A negative sign divided by a negative sign gives us positive. So here we are dividing same signs, so always my answer is positive. And whenever we are dividing different signs, always my answer is negative. So when we are dividing a positive by a negative or a negative by a positive, my answer is always negative. For example, if we have a positive 20 divided by 5, positive divided by positive is positive, and 20 divided by 5 is 4. Here I should tell you something very important. We can write division as a division sentence, or we can express it as a fraction. Suppose I have negative 48 over 8. This means negative 48 divided by 8. So I divide the negative by the positive down, it gives me negative, and 48 divided by 8 gives me 6. Also in multiplication and division, if we have a numerical expression, we should apply the rules of order of operation, which are dependents. For example, if I have 22 plus 5 times parenthesis 15 plus 2 minus 28 divided by parenthesis 10 minus 6. Here I should ask who's the greatest or who's the most powerful. It is parenthesis. So I start calculating the two parentheses together, and I get 15 plus 2 is 17, and 10 minus 6 is 4. Now in the second expression, in this expression, which parentheses are the strongest? We have times and division. So we start with the times and division because they are of the same power. Then in the third one, we are left with plus and minus. So whenever we are left with plus and minus, we should start from left.